Cubs try to make it 5 straight tonight, including all 3 in this homestand, and we're going to talk about it. Cubs and Diamondbacks, Wrigley Field, 6:40. Before we get into anything, though, let me ask you guys to be part of our channel if you're not already, and if you are, hey, go Cubs, thanks for being here. This is the Cubs Baseball channel. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Give us a thumbs up. That's a great way of saying go Cubs. All right, I'm Mick Gillespie, been in the Cubs organization for a long time. I hate to say how long because it ages me, right? But been around since 2007, been a Cubs fan since the 80s. So this channel, obviously a little bit of a passion, and I know that you guys kind of feel the same way. All right, let's talk about what's going on right now. I'll try to make this quick. Just give you kind of all you need to know about today's game and what's going on. Cubs take on the Diamondbacks at 6:40. Arizona has won 4 of their last 10. The Cubs have won 7 out of 10, including sweeping the Giants. Today's the only night game of the next 4. Then you got back-to-back day games. And what's better in the world than a day game at Wrigley Field? Pitching matchup tonight, Javier Assad gets the ball for the Cubbies. He's been so good. I love watching this guy. He takes advantage of the great defense that the Cubs have, that middle infield of Dansby Swanson and Nico Horner, and pitches to contact, gets strikeouts when he needs them. He's in there 3-2 and a 2.69 ERA. He's one of the reasons why the Cubs are starting to pull away from the pack in the wild card and have gotten to within a game and a half in Milwaukee. He's opposed by Ryne Nelson, a former standout from Oregon, a Duck, 6-7 with a 5.47 ERA. Part of this Arizona Diamondbacks youth movement, something that they've done a really good job of developing some players that have helped them get in this wild card mix. Now, what's in a name? That's what I want to get into here. Spent the 2009 season with Ryne Sandberg, driving on buses, calling games. He's the manager of the team. Every city, there's this guy named Ryne. Hey, I'm Ryne. Well, no, I'm Ryne, though. I'm named after you. And Rhino would take his time to get to know all the Rynes that we would run into that were inspired by people watching him play on WGN with Harry Caray calling his name, or maybe they were just big baseball fans, a lot of Cubs fans, but it was everywhere. And Ryne Nelson, I'm sure, is the same. Now, Rhino got his name from Ryan Durham, who was a Yankees player that his parents liked when they were baseball fans, and he grew up out west, but they still liked the Yankees. So he made the name famous, Ryne Sandberg, not Ryan Durham, but pretty funny, though. When I saw that, I thought, man, this is just typical, Now, the Cubs have won 4 straight. And we'll pull up the division standings just so you get a chance to look at them, because all of a sudden now we've got a race in the Central, the Cubs and the Brewers. And remember, the last 3 games of the season are in Milwaukee, which is always kind of a home game for the Cubs anyway. So you get to within a game, and it gets very interesting down the stretch. And the Cubs have played a lot of meaningful baseball. So I don't think going into Milwaukee at the end of the year with a chance to win the division is going to be any more intimidating than having to play to win every day just to keep your team from getting broken up and now make the playoffs. So this team's been hot. They've pulled away from Cincinnati. You can see that. And now all of a sudden, Milwaukee, after losing to the Pirates, has to worry about the Cubs again. So the Cubs are within a game and a half. Now, this is as close as they've gotten. Now it's time to pull past Milwaukee. It's one thing to almost catch them, but it's another thing to pass them, and that's what we're looking at right now. But they've got those 3 games at the end of the season, too, as far as that's concerned. All right, let's talk wild card, because as you see the Cubs taking on the Brewers tonight, the Diamondbacks tonight, not the Brewers, they have a chance to knock off another one of these teams that's in the wild card race. And that was the Giants, who have now lost 6 in a row after being swept. The Cubs still a game and a half behind Philadelphia for the top wild card spot. So it kind of coincides with what the Brewers are doing. But look behind them. It was a 4-way tie for 4th. Now the Miami Marlins, who have gotten hot suddenly and won 6 in a row, have that final playoff spot locked down if the season ended today. But they can't get comfortable because Arizona and Cincinnati are a half a game back. The Cubs play the Diamondbacks, though, starting tonight, 7 games here in the next week. So they're going to see the Diamondbacks a lot, and the Giants are 2.5 games off the pace. This is, as I mentioned before, the only night game. The rest of these will be day games at Wrigley, and we'll have you covered. Hey, Luke Little added to the bullpen. Check out the video. Popped it yesterday. Talk about Luke Little's pitch selection, his nickname, what his minor league season looked like. Some of you probably have watched it already. If you haven't, make sure you click on that. And for all you, parrot heads, fins up, man. We did a toast to Jimmy Buffett the day after he passed away at 5:00. And I would love to hear from you guys. Get on there and watch the video, have a toast with us, and let's talk about a guy who contributed to the Cubs. I mean, believe it or not, he was the first concert at Wrigley Field, and he sung the Star Spangled Banner before the playoffs in '84 and was great friends with Steve Goodman. So a lot of stuff that has that Cubs tie. Again, I'm Mick Gillespie. Thanks for hanging out with us. Be part of our channel. If you're not, the Cubs baseball channel rolling on. Go Cubs.